All right, good evening, Camden County. We have a match for League of Legends that was played with the NJCAAE last week on Wednesday. This is a recorded match, but our team for the League of Legends team did play their matches there on Wednesday as a reschedule later at night at 8:30 at night, so we weren't able to stream it then. However, we will be streaming it today. And let's get that game started and welcome. All right, so on the side of Camden County today was on the red side today. We have Alex, John, Ike, Frank, and Ghost on the side of Camden County, and then as well we have Akasuma, Chicken Went Home, Goats, Marksman, and Karma on the other side. We were going to be playing, once again, we're playing on the red side here. We have for the signature top laner, we have Alex, he's playing on his signature Akshan up there. And as well as John, going to be playing on the Tree Man, Maokai in the jungle. And then as long as we have Ike playing the Ice Queen, Lysandra. We got Twitch with the Twitch with Frank, a little hyper carriness. As we go into as well, we have Ghost playing on the signature Thresh as well. So as we kind of get this show on the road as well as in these games, once again, my name is Zachary. I'm one of the coaches here for League of Legends as well as I coach Counter-Strike. So just hope you enjoy the show, at least, let's say, of this recorded match. But as we kind of get started, at least here, it seems pretty simple starts when it comes to spread out of the members here. It seems the enemy jungler did forget to buy their items or something, because they did have it back, it looks like. However, we're going to get the standard start over here with get the standard start over here with just the regular setups for the jungler, and as well as they got the ward on the other blue side, just so we can locate the enemy jungler there. All right, and then as we continue onward, as you kind of see, there's some very basic trading here in the beginning. Very basic ones, those level 1s. Though in the Akshan, in the mashups up here in the top lane, we have the Akshan versus Garen. That's going to be a very hefty match for that Garen to handle, as I think it's obviously that ranged matchup there. As we kind of expect to basically get punished pretty heavily. Down in the bot lane, we have generally the bully lane between MF and, however, the Thresh as we get in the beginning early. This should be a pretty easy cutter here with the natural, the Ignite. Just barely gets away with the initial heals, and as well as the shielding from Lulu there. As we continue onward, the Garen is just kind of being pressured under the tower at this current moment. We're seeing more pressure as well down in the bot lane, forcing the MF off and forcing the backup and not be able to farm as we continue on that pressure, as well as the Twitch is up. Doubling the CS of the current mode. Obviously, this is only the first 3 minutes of the game, so it doesn't mean a whole lot, as this wave should crash here. There should be no issues here. On the other side, though, we have in the mid lane, we have the Azir, who is pressuring from the opposite side onto the Lysandra here, having some issues as well. We do see those pings go out for those scuttle crabs here, as we're expecting obviously generally a lot of the legends, we see some brawls around the scuttle crabs here. As we kind of swing up to see they're kind of set up. John is able to definitely, however, make a way and take that scuttle grab with no issues and able to walk their way out, even though they had 3 members already. With the fact that the Lysandra was pushed in, it doesn't matter. Maokai was able to quickly secure it. He had a smite available for that, and everything goes back to their own devices, allowing that kind of central way of just taking control of the map. Down on the bot side, they have not backed yet, so they are just kind of sitting here. Even though they are down 1 CS, however, there is obviously a clumped up wave. There's at least another 6 minions there that he will collect up there for the Twitch. But we're looking healthy all over the place. Nothing too much going on. That was the the first kind of stuff on. The biggest, obviously, gap we see right here, right now, is in the top lane. The Akshan is sitting up there, just like holding the currently freezing the tower. Just some good initial trading we saw down in the bot lane there. No issues there. So just once again, more trading in the mid lane as we're just kind of throwing out their abilities, just making sure that they can cut down as well as keep themselves at bay and being the pressure that Lysandra away as they're kind of looking to as a spawn of this first dragon here. John Palmtree within a couple moments ago did think accurately and as well as able to went straight for that other second scrub crowd to get the double scuds. That's generally a goal, is like when you're playing jungle, is to make sure you're stealing out both of those scuttle crowds there easily, as well as sometimes you have to fight them and those sometimes can seal games there. Good pressure being placed down on top of the Garen once again, as we see here. Thresh is kind of shifting, is hovering around the bush and being able to hold in. Definitely looking for possibly something, as they do know definitely that the heal and stuff was burned, as well as the flash from the Lulu was burned, so they should be, we can see the gank here coming down. The Maokai is coming down to lock down. So there should be, even though they did lock down the MF, there should be a lockdown for the Lulu, and the Lulu goes down for first blood. Unfortunate that the trade, or the kill went over to John Palmtree, but that's alright. Alex here chasing down the Garen, just putting down punishment, keeping obviously from that fact. Alex is not afraid to deal with that Garen at that long range there. Is able to definitely push him down. However, we do see the jungler popping up here. Don't think it'll be too much. He is actually 2 levels up, so this is a little bit of overzealousness. Some of the jungler there does pass another kill over to the Akshan. That's really good for us as we're looking to obviously get this Akshan accelerated and moving forward. We do see some pings out towards the dragon here, as they're going to be moving across, thinking about it, moving across. He did, looks like he did put some saplings there. Very basic though for now, is keeping the game alive, as well as keeping proactive within the game itself. Want to make sure that obviously you're moving, always actively doing something, or make sure you're always actively trying to seek out advantages within the team. So we see here, we see the Threshers moving in towards the enemy jungle here on the mini-map, and kind of seeking out some additional vision out here, and as well as looking to just pressure, and as well as secure this, once again, secure that dragon pit knowledge. Clear out the pink ward here in the blue side tri-bush, allowing for a possible gank later on. Do see this initial pressure here. It was a bait out of Lysandra, however, it doesn't matter. The Sejuani is right there behind, but I don't think it will matter, as the Akshan is a little bit too far ahead for the fact that they're able to complete anything there. And they're able to kind of split the difference and back away from each other as 2 flashes burn from each side, and then as well as they cleanse out of the Azir. As we continue along this here, pretty simple and pretty basic stuff. As we'll be going back, and there's more pings. As also we have like a 2,000 gold league accruing for Camden County here. This is very good. Most of that gold is definitely on the Akshan here, so it's, as we continue to accelerate through the Akshan here, he's going to continue to obviously aggress and pressure this Garen as much as possible. We do see more pings out on towards the bottom side, possibly to look for a gank here. We do see eventually the Maokai was definitely spotted out there, and they do, the Sejuani's off to the side, and it does eventually get spotted out as well. And they do know that Sejuani is there, so these players are going to split the difference and back up from each other. Great pressure from the Akshan on the top lane, and be able to clear out and as well take apart the first plate of the game. Great hook onto the Lulu, however, doesn't result in a whole lot, but just it's always good to get that chip damage and as well show that dominance of Thresh players. They're definitely good at showing that dominance. just gonna look here to aggress onto the tribe bush, as well as to take this this farm out here. Wheeling and dealing in the Maokai here, but unfortunately is out of range to complete anything that it specifically was looking for. As we continue to see pressure here, Auction's just recently really cut down the Garen on the other side of the map. However, Auction at the current moment is a little bit, yeah, unfortunately there is no way out of that one. On the other side of the map, though, we do see a great dive on the side of Camden County. However, did drop, we did lose one member there and a second member, unfortunately, as maybe a bit off a little bit more than they could chew there. Not expecting exactly everything that was brought out there, and as well as maybe some missteps there, but it's all right. With that initial, we see Western Technical is going to Technical College, our opponent is going to split off to the other side here, and they're going to be, obviously they were expecting to trade the objective from the Dragon with the Riptail, but they're just looking to secure that Riptail for now. Looks like they're also looking to try to continue to pressure the top up here, as once again the Garen is super far down. However, they have 3 members sitting up here looking for, assuming that the Auction is going to pressure on the Garen once again. We do see it once again. It's a great slide onto the Auction to be able to stop that. However, he does still trade kills. But that is a good bounty secure on top of the Auction once again. Putting him down for another his second death of the game. However, they do not commit the Rift Herald yet. However, that's probably a little misstep. They probably should commit to that Rift Herald here, so to get that gold back into that pocket of the Garen to get back into the game here. You do see the Maokai up here just to make sure that the pressure backs up, and as well as keeping away from the turret, so you can't make sure he gets the plate himself. Botlane right now kind of currently pushed up in the side of towards Camden County, as they're kind of looking to pressure and as well do some damage on the other side. Fresh comes in with a flash, and as well as just does unfortunately miss the hook, as that would have definitely resulted in a death there. But unfortunately, because of the hook, the missed hook, it looks like they will be able to make their way out. Hefty amount of damage, though, as this will be very, very hard to defend if they stay here. This is definitely, and this should be at least some plates here if they chose. Looks like that, however, it looks like Camden County is going to back off and just take the gold he has, as I believe he's got a lot of gold in his pockets right now. Continuing his reign of terror in the top lane, he's holding and freezing the wave as much as possible towards the top lane. However, we do see the Hex Flash towards here. Unfortunately, another missed hook here. This will result in the death of a Thresh, unfortunately, though. A little bit overzealous there, and probably expecting a little bit more out of the Twitch there. Sean just continuing to rip down this. This likely will be another kill here, as the Auction is able to easily move through. Yep. Just 1-2 punch of auto attacks and brings him down. We do see some pressure. It looks like possibly a gank here in the mid lane. Flash in and does lock down the member here. However, another use of the cleanse there does allow for the Izir to escape there. Not the worst exchange. However, it was 2 flashes burned, and as well as 2 ultimates burned for only 1 ultimate and 1 and the cleanse. So it's definitely not. Obviously, that Azir is definitely going to be more. Oh my goodness, we see a Sejuani ult go wide, totally missing, unfortunately. We do see that. Rift Herald get used in the mid lane to continually begin to break down that turret more, and as well as transfer that plate gold to what looks like a current member that is doing best right now, at least with the Azir. And we continue along to pressure those lanes the best they can. Thresh on the other side being chased down currently by the jungler. However, waiting in the wings of the Maokai, and we do see a TP coming in. However, this TP might be for naught as it's a little, as everything is kind of backed up. Looks like they probably either spotted that TP and was able to ping it out. So things kind of reset back to normal. Akshan going to continue to head back up to the top lane. Twitch just hanging out and doing what Twitch does best, is farming. Farming under turret with no issues here. You continue to see obviously the oppression that is obviously an MF into the bot lane. I think it's a little bit of an overzealous move out of the Garen here, as Akshan is quite ahead, as he does already have his mythic item. He's able to definitely cut him down and even out that trade. As even though he did like kind of push him away from the turret, he can't commit to it all the way. Akshan does bring down that turret, and as well as then brings down that other member. Sejuani, however, a little bit late to the party here, is they're gonna get chased down as well by the Akshan, it looks like here. However, does kind of stand back and just results to the farm, keeping the overzealous, and as well as making sure not to put those blinders on. Azir continuing to punish down this turret here, as the first turret gold did go over to Camden County. Allows for obviously that to no issues here on that sense. However, we do see a group here mid, just on the very edge of the Maokai ult there. Doesn't feel like he doesn't feel really unsafe at that current moment, as the Cassandra was a little bit low at that point, as well as the Akshan didn't feel comfortable diving for the ultimate there, or diving under turret there. Akshan definitely being a hefty carry here with the 6 kills, as most of those on Garen obviously here, but still hefty member is not necessarily the tankiest member. He is heavily specifically a damage dealer here. Camden County starts with the first dragon of the game at 16 minutes. A little bit behind on the tempo here when it comes to dragons. As we're unlikely we'll see an Elden here as well as a Dragon Soul. However, definitely can secure this one pretty easily as they're able to pull it all the way out. Sejuani does come over here though to look to pressure it. However, John does secure it, and as well we do see the death on the side of the map on the backside. Twitch coming up on the side, cleaning up. This Twitch has been waiting for these fights. Waiting and excited to take out some fight, continuing to cut down. That's going to be a triple kill for the Twitch here as we continue to see the chase down. That's a good triple kill. The Twitch get that Twitch on the board, and as well as pocket in the money of the hyper carry here. We do see the pings onto the second Rift Herald, as the Rift Herald does not go down until 20 minutes. So this would be an easy secure here. Threshold kind of pressuring as well as helping to help, but however it does get burned down a little bit by the Azir waiting in the wings. Though however the other two members there shifting in here is able to stop and lock down the Azir for just a moment, but the cleanse is back up, so he's able to escape once again. That cleanse keep coming in clutch for that Azir. However, on the other side, Twitch sneaked in a little bit, was able to do a couple of damages, but unfortunately the Azir does get away. Zero likely will have to back up after that. A very strange and overcommitment it looks like from Sejuani, is looking to chase down the Twitch. However, there's nobody else there behind him. So that's a little bit of an overzealous play there from our side of Western Tech College. That was a great job playing protection though from our Twitch there. Generally, when you're playing these hyper carry scaling comps, with the Twitch on the other side, and as well double marksman comp, you only keep away from the two engagers very well, which seem to have no issues. However, Akshan's sitting waiting in the bush, just sitting. Garen clearly thought there was something there, but was like, I'm gonna go check anyway, and unfortunately does get punished for that. Continuing to cut down as well as take over the vision control in the bot lane here. They do currently have the the push is currently towards away from Camden County, so this should be pushing. We do have that Lysandre sitting in the side lane. But this Root Trail going down mid here, because after that, it should be, yep, the mid blue turret does go down here, as well as they should be able to, won't be able to get the second charge off, but that's alright. Don't want to suicide the ADC. It was a good hook onto the Lulu here, as they're going to burn down the Lulu, however, does get the ult out. The Soldier does pick that kill up, and this should be an easy clean pickings of, and as well as a getaway for the Thresh and members and the other members here. Maokai does bring him down a little bit. MF just gets away with just less than 5% HP. We do see some members coming down. The Azir is looking to come down. Doesn't have wards there, but is just assuming that there might be someone there and just tries for it and does get the kill on the Thresh there. Continuing to aggress and push away the other members of Camden County, Lysandre and Maokai. We do see Auction stealthing in here at this current moment, shifting in. Will definitely chase down the Garen here, as the Garen definitely has no way of escape here. He does have a little bit of movement speed, but it's not enough. Auction has movement speed. He's got the Blade of the Ruined King active. He's got it all.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
With that, we see the Western with that Azir and that initial some damage that was dealt to the bot lane, as well as taking down the Thresh on the opposite side, is able to take a solo turret on the bot side. That'll be the first turret for Western Tech College. As this game continues on, we're about 20 minutes in the game. There's a 4k gold lead, most of that gold on the Thresh, and as well as the Auction is with the Auction doubling the Garen's farm currently, as well as the Twitch has 5 kills. We do see those hefty gold bounties that are on those bot laner and top laner. Auction continuing his aggression into the top lane, keeping a threat for the split push here. As we kind of see the Garen is kind of looking to answer that kind of split push, and obviously does not really have the best way to answer that earlier. We do see some initial lockdown brought down on top of the Azir. However, the cleanse once again is burned out. Twitch is coming in here is free firing, as there is no front line there to stop him. Able to continue out. Is just going to quickly burn down this Sejuani here on the other side. At this current moment, that is the double kill. As we go down to another double. There was actually a triple kill, however, this game kills were spread out enough. It did not count. As we can continue to accelerate this Twitch play here, this is definitely one of the most difficult games to come back for. Is it's a fed Twitch here. However, we're going to continue to see that Camden County kind of pusher and press this game. We do see at the current moment they do have a just about almost a 7k gold lead. Definitely on the course, lots of members here, as we see John still has not, John or Jungler still has not died yet, which is doing great, as well as continuing that gold pressure, and as well as melting pressure from on the tanks there. This Garen and Sejuani definitely are two tanks that can get pretty strong and tanky. However, if they are so far down, they are a cumulative 110 and 2, and 110 and 2 top lane and jungler definitely ain't gonna be able to defend your MF in the bot lane as well as your Azir, so we'll see how this continues to play out. Continuing to pressure out. Azir does grab the blue buff. It's common to obviously trade buffs to your other members of the team. Lulu, though, is looking a little bit out of position, as they did not have vision necessarily in that location there. Does use the Azir wall just to create some distance here. However, we do see the flanking from the backside here. 3 members able to hook the Azir here, and this should be an easy kill onto the Azir. Does transition as well. On the backside there, we did see the Lulu drop there, and there goes the Garen. And certainly Sejuani might go down as well. Able to definitely step away. Auction continuing to push on the bot side there. That was a 4v, spread out 4v3. There are pings onto the Baron here, and this should be an easy Baron secure here with the members of the two, with the Twitch and the Lysandre here. Lysandre would likely play goalie here, as it is. Sejuani looks to try and pose a threat to obviously steal this away. as it would be a miracle steal to basically kind of steal this back, and as well it might help Western Technical College get back into this game here. However, we do see the Sejuani walking in, is hooked in, however, is out of range, unfortunately, to smite that. Twitch continues to cut down members, that we do lose, obviously, 2 members here for the Baron play here, but they as well as lost 2 members, and as well as the Akshan is still pushing in the bot lane, as they will take another turret here, as he continue his menace of pushing here. However, he is getting wrapped around on here, is able to take down Garen there, as well as swing around on the Azir wall. It does get cut down. However, in the mid lane, we do see the other remaining members of Camden County heavily pushing for the mid lane, as able to take down once again another inner turret as they begin to push pressure on the inhibitor turrets, taking that inhibitor turret down to half. Great and quick transition as well with acquiring Baron, as well as moving it to objectives instead of just keeping at. Some teams like to grab Baron in the back right away, and even though like they have the player advantage, things like that. It was a great execution though, of utilizing the fact that you'd have all these excess tools ahead of you to be able to bring that member down.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Aced. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. I'll be right under control.
Alright, sorry, we are back. Dealing with some technical difficulties in the arena here, but we are back as we continue. Obviously, as you continue to see the Twitch at this point, super far ahead. I might go back, as I believe something definitely happened here on the other side, as there are 12 kills on the side. Let me just go back real quick. 1 sec. go back to where we were. I'm sorry about that. All right, 26 minutes into the game, back up as we continue to see the dragon will be spawning in just a few moments here. Some initial obviously stuff kind of going on. We do see the kind of looks like Western Technical is trying to pressure forward to control this dragon, as they are currently down 2 dragons right now. Third dragon definitely not something like to live and die for when it comes to this, obviously, within the plays here. However, we're going to see what happens here. We do see the Azir turret go down, so that was kind of holding up mid right now. We do see obviously the Akshan on the cell waiting in the wings over there. We do see definitely they're looking to pressure. However, they're not willing to like necessarily start as the dragon does spawn. Continue to see more damage put down on the side of Camden County. Lysandra sitting at 1% HP though, going in still. Twitch comes in and quickly burns down the Lulu here, continuing to pressure down. On the other side, we do see a clean sweep on the opposite side of the map, as well as begin to secure the dragon here. And then we see there was a clean ace on the other side of Camden County as they will continue to move. Look to pressure. This should be an inhib take here. As continuing on as well with the pressure. This should be an easy inhib here, as well as possibly a secondary inhib as the Akshan is continuing to pressure the bot lane and push that wave down. Or we might see a rotation towards the top side to take down that turret as well. Though it looks like they're just kamikaze to play it safe and just back up. Let's continue to accelerate it as well as, but not force it. Sitting on the side here, just is able to catch out the Azir, who just was thinking he was pressuring without any issues here. It does eventually step away. Akshan does shake some does try to fire his ultimate off, but unfortunately he does get blocked by the minions there. Sejuani a little bit of aggressive, just looking to catch him out. However, it shouldn't matter here. He's able to step away. Currently in the mode, the Thresh is seeking out some deep vision here, as well as chasing. It looks like quickly chasing her behind the Lulu here. However, the Lulu should make it out with no issues, as they are unaware that they are there. But as we can see on the side of Camden County, doing a great job of continuing to basically strangle out the side of Western Technical here, as they can begin to push down and as well as focus down these towers, as well as take control of the enemy jungle here. With them, we can see the vision as well as pushing up. As we can see, there's control vision and the straight lineup. However, we do see this engage on top of the Twitch from the Sejuani ult. However, the Twitch is continuing to move his way out. Is eventually gonna get just barely out and saved by the Thresh Lantern. Great teamwork, as well as great teamwork to save it. On the opposite side of the map, however, we do see the Akshan doing some spinning action on the opposite side, spinning around the turret permanently, as once again this is on the patch that they just added the ability for the Akshan to spin all the way around at all times. Continuing to see that pressure onto the other side here. Almost goes down here, but is able to see obviously able to prep that Q there and begins to take that man as Camden County begins to back off and take down the Baron here, as well as the other two members look to pressure the turrets, the Nexus turrets here, trying to put them on the biggest back foot as possible here. However, they're not able to complete the damage on the third or the second one. Akshan doing some little silly things and just making sure that they stay pushed in and feel afraid. And with that, we see the reset from Camden County.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
do see at this moment, at the current moment, Captain Technical, with the down as much gold as they are, is going to have to slowly begin to push. The way to get back at this game is definitely a tall and tough one. It's going to be a slow, methodical way of getting picks on these people that do have gold bounties here. As once again, they do have a hefty amount of gold bounty on the opposite side to be able to take down things such as that mid turret there. I've put unfortunately the Akshan and the one member that's kind of still in the game with the Azir just easily cut down by the Akshan, unfortunately for Western Technical, and they're just able to back up here, no issues, as Camden County is doing the safest way possible here, continuing to pressure out the members as they're going to strangle out and get their every objective possible. They're going to look to grab the Dragon Soul here and likely in the next few moments when it spawns.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Akshan continuing to exert pressure on the bottom side. So that way they can get a free back on as well as to continue to take down this dragon here. Do you see the crowding and hanging out around the dragon as they will easily cut down this Dragon Soul, as there is no way for Western Technical to currently contest it. They are down a member, and as well as just in general down so much gold and no vision about what is going on in the jungle. Akshan on the opposite side, continuing to cut down that turret, does cut down the turret, and as well as going to now continue to work on this inhibitor here, as we see the rest of the members of Camden County begin to push down to the mid lane here. As you can see, the Twitch begins to cut down the Lulu really quickly. The Azir is the next target here. Azir, that's a double kill. As you can see, there's a triple kill on the Garen. Akshan is swinging around. That's a quadra kill onto the Sejuani. As you continue, as they're going to pass over, and that's a pentakill onto the Frank. And that is his first pentakill of the season. We'd love to see it. Camden County does a great job. As you can, that's a great way to finish out, obviously, that map there. And with that, we'll take a quick pause real quick as I check things out. But that is game one. right, Camden County, as we get back into game 2, we did see DC Camden County take down the members on the opposite side here. Let me, one sec. Need to fix something. Pause the game. There we go. As we get back into it, as Camden County, Camden County and Western Technical did swap sides for game 2. As we did see for Camden County, the side of Camden County, they did, it looks like they did tear apart the side of Western Technical with the Twitch and the Auction pick, and as well as going into this one, they did ban us out of the Auction and the Twitch, so we definitely got some respect bans there, as definitely they were feeling comfortable in those bans. However, with those respect bans, they did leave up the Ari. Hydrokestrel, as well as named as Ike. I would say his specialty on here is Ari. However, we just see here, you would never know it. He has 1,000,000 points on Ari, mastery points. However, we're just gonna forget about that. We're gonna forget about that one. As we can continue to see side on John Palmtree, he does, we're going to keep him onto the Maokai here, and as well as with the Alex in the top lane, we did with another impressive pick with Olaf in the top lane, as well as in the bot lane, we have Indecisive with Frank on the Kaisa, and as well as they let the Thresh continue going there, so you can only block so many types of picks on the side here. On the other side, we do see the Shen, Nunu, Kiana, Varus, and Lulu. Definitely some interesting picks here when it comes to the way of things, and as well as the matchup in general between the Ari and the Kiana generally favors the side of the Kiana at certain points in the game. It just requires whoever gets the first gank generally. We want to make sure and continue to pressure that. Make sure who gets the first gank, and as well as gets the first amount of help. However, on the opposite side here, generally the Shen does have kind of the winning matchup here in the top lane. However, the axes and like the Q damage, and as well as his E true damage, does go through the standard E Q W that the Shen has. However, we see that Olaf got to level 2 first, and so they will continue to pressure that. As well as on the bot side here, we see the Kaisa and the Thresh did get level 2 as well first, as they can be able to continue that pressure down, forcing them to push into turret. However, we do see the Varus did get his second level, as well as Lulu, so now he's back to Addo. But you see currently the wave is currently frozen towards the Kiana. However, it's a great land on the charm just to do some good more pressure damage back and forth as we continue to poke back at each other. Do see the kind of standard starts. We did see them start opposite sides, both on the blue sides of their buffs. As between Thresh, however, we can get back to that. Thresh lands a great hook, and as well as continuing following up CC. Kaisa continues to push down. However, with the exhaust burned, and as well as the flash and heal, they are able to back away. However, we continue down the action. We go back to mid lane. Kiana just continuing to pressure, and as well as just looking to basically kind of frazzle as much as possible the Ari, as once again it does require whoever's going to get the first game first. Great Thresh hook onto the Lulu here. A little bit of follow up to definitely continue that pressure down. However, there should be no kill there. And we do see it looks like they're going to shake hands on the scuttle crabs, as they obviously once again start on the opposite side, so they end up at different side rivers. Wow, that's an interesting interaction, as even though they polymorph, the hook still will go through. And here we go as we get to see the first gank. However, maybe a little overzealous on that gank there, as there wasn't really any way that one was going to happen there. It looks like the Maokai was spotted out for a possible dive in the bot lane, but is able to make his way out, as it was called, it looked like, as there was some pings about the fact that they were probably likely moving down to the bot lane. However, for now, it keeps quiet for now. when it comes to obviously like these types of team comps here. I would say on the side of Camden County we have the all-in comp. Every single member of Camden County has some way of going in or moving and manipulating the team. There's a great hex splash to get into the other bush here just to gain pressure and as well as force them back away from the force them back under the turret, as well as so they can continue to pressure and force the wave onto the turret, as well as keep them out of XP range their best they can. We continue to see the farm up a little bit. Kiana will take the back after the Ari. The Ari does get the first back here, and as well as they're going to continue to move about. As they're getting 5 minutes of the game here, still no kills, still no, not a lot of like there's definitely some aggression here that has been dealt on the side of Camden County. However, we do see up on the top side, similar to last game. We see the Olaf is holding the wave here at the turret, forcing the Shen to make, basically trying to take jungle camps, basically just move around the map, and as well as is going to begin to fall behind in XP if he continues to do that. I do see just there's just a general Maokai is like continuing his clear through the jungle. Nunu sitting at half HP. Maybe a little dangerous. Oh, the pink ward does go down. Is able to land that charm, and as well as the Q, and as well as does spot him out, and is able to take him down with the ignite. First blood over the Ari. Generally, when you are playing like champions like the Ari and Kaisa and Olaf, you want it's about just the first couple kills to accelerate your own gameplay. So there was no gank that happened here. However, there was a failed, basically just bad positioning. We do see, however, a great positioning as well. The Ari is able to dash out away of the Kiana ultimate, leaving basically that Kiana in a sad position. However, we're going to swing back to the top lane. Olaf chasing down the Shen for some damage here. The Kiana is a little trapped down here behind the enemy lines. Does take some damage. However, is looking for a way either to suicide or just maybe get another one kill himself. The ignite goes down from the Thresh. Able to pass that, however, there's too many members on the side of Camden County just blocking their path. And the Ari does, once again, pick up that kill and continue to jumpstart into an early lead here. Olaf nearly avoids that gank there. However, just getting to continue to trade back on that damages with the Nunu and the Shen continuing to try and farm as he's not level 6 yet. However, they are... we are getting to a point once that Shen gets to level 6, we'll be able to interact with other parts of the map, such as this bot lane here, as well as continue to help the Kiana, as well as engaging and as well continuing the Nunu to engage, and all these different things. It's a great understanding. It's an interesting comp here. However, it requires definitely some perfect precision play on the side of Vector Technical. We do continue to see that there was Maokai was sitting in the wings of the tri-bush there. However, not much going on there. This has got the backup for now. Let's continue to see the pressure going about. We do see the Ari just continue to catch up, collect farm. This is continuing to obviously surpass the Kiana. As that once again that is a melee versus a ranged matchup. It's a great trade from the Kiana, as well as grabbing with the blue element to be able to stun him real quick, and as well as swap to the orange one to just grab some extra damage. Kaisa, however, is going to continue, and the Thresh continue to pressure as well as push this lane under turret, forcing. It seems like on the side of Western Technical, they seem to have issues with farming under turret, and it seems like they saw that from the month of last game, and they're continuing to do that. We do see the pings go out over the dragon here, and as well as we begin to see them to start up the dragon here. There should be an easy secure here, even though there is the size of Western Technical are crowding around it. We do have more healthy members. They're able to land the Q and to stop the initial damage of the Kiana. Maokai looking likely to go down here as he's by himself with the ignite tricking down. However, Kaisa is under the team, and we do see the entrance of the Shen here, able to bring down another member here. However, the Ari is continuing to back up. Crucial members not dying there. That was very excellent. But so the Western Technical will be able to secure the dragon here. However, they are down in hefty amount of gold. That was a great team fight, and as well as some great discipline with them because of who to focus on. However, on the opposite side of the map, because that Shen TP'd to the other side of the map, Olaf is hammering away at this top turret. Like, this top turret is already down to 2 plays left. Because Camden County will lose the dragon side, they will look to trade objectives here with the because the respawn timers are quick enough. They can easily get back to the other side here, and they'll get a trade this inhib. But possibly using it for the top lane, as they could look to, because it's already down to 2 plays, that repair would definitely take it down, and that would be the first turret if they wanted. Or they can look to accelerate mid lane, continuing this aggression as well as strength that Ike is showing on the Ahri here.
Probably have to aim a little more.
Do you see some hefty amount of pushing into the enemy jungle here? However, it doesn't. They're not spotted. It's a great land of the charm, as well as the follow-up with the ultimate from the Maokai. This should be easy wrap and cut for the Ahri kill here. No issues there. Is a great stacking of CC there. We do see that Roterel use the top lane. That'll be an easy secure of the top lane turret. All the gold going over the Maokai. Maybe a little bit of mistake there. Probably should have waited for the Olaf to be moving up and as well as push the wave up, but it's alright. We take what we can get, as well as this Roterel with no extra additional pressure in the top lane. It should be an easy second charge there. We do see the side of Western Technical looking to pressure on, as well as with the other members there coming in. However, they're able to make their way and back off. We do see the Kiana, however, making her way up towards these possible top 2 members of Camden County. Maybe a little bit out of position as they overstayed. However, the Olaf pops his ultimate and is able to move and kind of walk away. Kiana is still continuing to pressure, as well as they don't know Kiana's there, but they must assume that someone else is there, because otherwise there would not be that much aggression from a behind Nunu and a behind Shen on top of an Olaf that is already at this point 2 levels up on the Shen. It would be a rough fight there. We do see, however, the 2 members of Western Technical looking to pressure down the jungle, and as well, this would be an easy kill onto the Maokai, as he's kind of just trying to farm his jungle there. Does get snagged down. Lulu is snagged up with a Thresh Q. This should be an easy kill here. The Lulu is forced to burn the ultimate on themselves. However, it's not enough healing. Kaisa looking to do a little bit of an aggressive here. However, the Shen ultimate comes through, keeping that Varus alive long enough for that. And unfortunately, Kaisa does drop to the many turret shots that was taken. Maybe a little bit of over-aggression, maybe feeling a little overconfident from the last game on the side of Camden County. So we'll see if they can settle themselves and look to push this and pressure this game. Nunu's probably stepping in a spot that he probably shouldn't be stepping, as they know, was able to continue to basically get down. This should be a death here. Is a great axe throw to finish off the Nunu there, as he just continued to hammer away at the member there. And that was without an ultimate, but that did cost, obviously, the Olaf's ghost there. The ghost, obviously, the ghost ability allows you to obviously have increased movement speed for a certain duration. It does obviously reset on when you finish, when you do get another execute or a kill, an assist, and things like that. That initial pressure, just kind of looking to push down, obviously, the Nunu here as much as possible. Ahri is able to continue as well, pressure on the mid lane here, and as well as pressure the plates here, and is able to secure 2 mid plates. We do see 40 more seconds left on the plates. Likely no other plates should fall on the opposites, like multiple sides of the map. Thresh's a little bit caught out. Maybe not expecting, obviously, the Nunu. Then we did see the Nunu ball, though, however, smashed early a little bit. Thresh is likely, almost dying here. Be able to continue to pressure off, however, does eventually drop to the Kiana stealth wall there. However, we do see on the opposite side here, the Ahri is coming in. Kiana pressured a little bit. We will see this Ahri moving down here. However, Kiana is likely to move away. So on the top side here, we continue to see the top lane menace of Olaf versus Shen, and Olaf definitely wins that one. And with that final axe throw to slow him down, we do see on the side of Western Technical looking to secure their second drag here, as they're kind of pressuring, is beginning to clear out some vision on the enemy side of the Camden County side of jungle. Thresh is not happy that they're taking his farm or taking his turrets, and this should be a great setup, and as well as getting the pressure that that member there is. That should be an easy cut down. However, a transition of the kill, the Thresh does grab that kill. Definitely not ideal, but however, obviously that is the Nunu down, and that should be an easy secure of the dragon with the fact that the Olaf is down here. And that should be some great rotations to that Olaf moving down, as he's already pressured the turret down at the top lane. There's really not much urgency should be up there at this point. Definitely should be looking to be and look to pressure, and as well as push pressure and aggression in the bot side turret, as we can rotate this Kai'Sa to the mid lane just to free farm and be chill, as Kai'Sa is a scaling champion. Definitely looking to grab as many kills as possible. And as well as just, once again, pretty similar to the last game with the Twitch. However, maybe a little bit different, a little bit more mobile on the side with the Kai'Sa. Do you see 3 members of Camden counting as they're looking to spend 15 minutes in the game, continuing to pressure this out. We do see this kind of pressure as the force of the Nunu does eventually miss Snowball. There's not much to gain from there. We do have the Ahri in the top lane with the Shen, so is able to continue to put down. Olaf with the bot lane sitting with the 2 members there as they continue to stay there. As we do see also that Varus is actually looking to play AP Varus. A little bit different than normal standard attack damage Varus that we see. Generally there are 3 paths builds for Varus. There's generally the attack speed one, specifically this mainly for team fights, and as well as pressuring and putting out lots of blight. However, we do see the AP one generally is about landing the ultimate and is landing other auto attacks and using abilities on blighted targets. We do see 4 members currently grabbing the Rift Herald. 3 members of Western Technical looking to pressure in. However, it does not matter. It was a very interesting flash out of the Nunu as the Rift Herald had already gone down, and this should be an easy secure. Great reaction time on that Ahri to dodge out of the way of that Varus ultimate. However, great response on the Kiana on the opposite side here. Ahri does go down. And the Kiana is continuing to pressure her, continuing to do damage as well as be an assassin threat. However, on the opposite side of the map, as we talked about, the Olaf swapped to the bot lane, and because Olaf was left to his own devices, was able to take out that turret. And that initial gold that was acquired by the Kiana and things like that should be able to be accrued from the mid lane turrets as well, with the fact that there was that Rift Shield secured. Oh no, Varus. Oh no. Unfortunately, Varus on the opposite side here is caught out. It does get ran down by the Olaf there. Olaf continuing to pressure and as well as try and fight all 4 of these members by themselves. His team does eventually get here, though eventually he does go down. Probably a little bit overzealous on the side of the Olaf there. Definitely could have waited for his team a tiny bit, or at least backed off. Maybe baited a little bit towards his team. Does eventually go down. So we do look to see this will be a pressure towards mid lane. This should be an easy take of the mid turret, as they do once again have full control. What we do see, unfortunately though, we're seeing a low amount of vision here on the side of Camden County as well as the side of Western Technical right now. I think there's not a lot of objectives to take care of, but we have it's a very dark map on the side of Camden, mostly Western Technical. We do start to see those wards go out for the mid turret. However, we'd like to generally see those wards go out pre-power take of the turrets. That way, there's just in case we can see if there's flanks and things like that behind. Continuing to move forward as Camden County looks to accelerate this gold lead. They do have a very small gold lead right now. It's a 1.4k gold lead, as they continue to push back and as well as just gain ground on the side of Western Technical. As right now at the top lane, we do see the jungler is invading right now and taking the rest, taking what stuff they do not what they have control of, because obviously they have a hefty amount of control on the top side with the Olaf being so far ahead. However, Thresh on the side over here is unfortunately a little caught out, maybe a little over, little deep in the farming here. We do see a disconnect here on the side of a mid lane here. Might have been an accident, not sure. And with that fact, because they did, unfortunately, they did execute 4 members to catch that thresh in the bot lane. We did see the Rift Herald take down the top inhibitor turret. Because it is pre-20 minutes, this is a great reason to. It's actually very good to not take inhibitors pre-20 minutes, as the amount of gold and things that exist for that. However, on the side with the fight, the kind of Kaisida was caught out. However, on the flanking side, we do see Olaf flanking on the backside, is able to cut down the members. We do see the Shenel coming through. Likely, yeah, we'll still continue to go through, but I think that might be for not. That will definitely likely be another death here, as well as this Nunu on the backside here is continuing to get hook out as the Ahri now joins the fight. He's beginning to chase down the Kiana here as the Kiana is by herself and just in a bad position. And at this point, the Shen is by himself and is being chased down by the Ahri as well as the other members. Does land another charm, and that should be another double kill for the Olaf as we continue to see the Olaf with 7 kills and the Ahri with 5 kills. A little bit of different perspective from last game with the ADC and the top lane ahead. However, this time we have our heavy hitters in the mid lane and the top lane. As you continue to see with this these lanes here and continue to pressure, obviously looking to steal the rest of these objectives here, as well as additional things in the game. Alright, does secure that blue buff on the other side, and this will be honestly an easy secure of the dragon, as there was no other members there. As once again, the members on the side of Western Technical will taken out on the other side. Oh, just spot out that pink ward that has probably been sitting there probably a little too long, and does grab that. But right now, Camden County securely in the lead with a 5k gold lead as we're hitting the 21 minutes here, and 2 dragons. It is very possible we might see another dragon soul here, but we'll see here. Camden County, maybe some pings on top of the Baron pit. However, that might be a little difficult within the current situation. Kaisia is currently in the bot lane, is grabbing those Krugs right now, as there is no pressure and nothing on the map besides that Baron. We do see an early rotate from the other Western Technical's bot side. Camden County looking to pressure and as well as just quickly place down some wards, it looks like, just to make sure that they have control. However, Olaf's a little bit out of position, maybe a little over us. However, that Nunu is definitely caught out, is likely to be brought down here. Great hook onto the other. Kiana on the other side, though, was taken down by the Kaisa and the Ahri on the other side here. Continuing to watch the fights over here on the other side. Olaf does flash the other side of the wall to make sure that when they do get to the other side, it will be a death in the way. Great job by Camden County's bot lane and mid laner able to take down the opposing mid laner on the Kiana there. And that should be an easy inhibitor there with the 4 members 4-0, as no members were taken down in Camden County within this objective, and the pings go towards Baron. It should be an easy secure here with no issues, with the jungler still down for another 5 seconds, and as well as a couple other members there. However, they could look to, if Western Technical wants to pressure this, they need to do it now. They need to make their moves toward it now. However, it looks like Camden County is calling off away from that call. Probably a little bit risky, assuming that the other members from Western Technical are on their way and don't want to give up any advantage they already have, as they are currently right now in about a 7k gold lead. Do see inside of Camden County, they are looking to continue to pressure down the Baron, as they look to clear the vision that was just recently placed by Western Technical, as they now begin to start of Baron. It was spotted out, so this could be a little dangerous on the side of Camden County, but we'll see here if this pays off. Kiana sitting on the wings to the left side here. Nunu coming in from the other side. However, is pulled down the stretch, and the Baron Nether is taken down by Camden County. Kiana, however, I think on the side of Western Technical, however, was a little bit slow to the roll here. Kaiser with a double kill, another quadra kill, almost another pentakill. But however, unfortunately, the Valkyrie does secure that 5th kill there, but almost ending in a similar fashion with another pentakill for Frank. However, that was a quadra kill. Frank now on the board with a pentakill and a quadra kill in the same week, as this should be an easy secure of the rest of the base here, with Camden County looking in looking in a great form here as we push into the base here, as there should be no way to stop this. Unfortunately, do you see the members of Western Technical pop up? Another cut down though. Nunu goes down. Kiana is locked up, and the Shen is locked up. While at the current whole moment, they were cutting down the member, and that we do see Western Technical fall, and Camden County takes game 2. And with that, they do secure themselves, at least as we currently sit in the NJCAAE. We currently sit at a two losses and 2 wins, as we look to obviously this Saturday at 5 p.m. We are looking to play another team. So expect that one possibly, as well as just for another additional notes, this Friday Counter-Strike, we did see last week they played against Drexel. However, they will go into this week with a bye week going into playoffs. Woo! Great job, Camden County. We're in playoffs for the Counter-Strike. However, we are expecting maybe some special stuff on Friday, so stay tuned and have a good night, everyone.